dad works first on weekends, but seconds Monday through Wednesday. And let me just say, some days feel so long. It really just depends on how the morning goes. Like, if mornings go good on weekends, then weekends feel a lot shorter of shifts. But then during the week, sometimes it feels shorter. I don't know. It just depends on the day. But like, today's one of those days where it just feels really long. It's a Monday, so what do you expect? And I look horrible. Like, do you see my face breaking out so bad? It's painful. I don't understand what's going on.
Nicky butt. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're silly. Yes, you are. You're silly. You're silly. You're so silly. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Up top. Up top. Up top. Or not. Get higher. A little higher. Come on. Breastfeeding stuff is all packed up. Get rid of these bottles, but we have the 8-ounce ones to try, and then we'll get rid of all of them all together if the 8-ounce ones don't work out either. One of these bottles out for like emergencies, like she needed more earlier. Actually, I need to put it on my to-do list to sterilize the other bottles before we use them. I feel like I have a never-ending to-do list. Like, no matter how much I clean, it's never enough. Ignore the swing music, but we have so much stuff to go through and like get organized and get rid of, because I don't know, there's just so much baby stuff everywhere, and like majority of it's not getting utilized, and we kind of like moved in pretty quickly before she was born. We've slowly been moving all of her stuff over, like even her bigger size stuff, and I'm like, the space in this house is just very awkwardly set up because it's not like an old home, but it's like an older home, and we used to live in like a very modern home.
So it's kind of frustrating. Plus, I'm not a big fan of having all my stuff like spread out. Like, I like all the stuff that I need to be in like a specific area, like a dedicated area. I don't like having to have things in different rooms. And like, I also don't like having a lot of things in general. Especially because we have so much stuff, which is nice. For as she gets older, like we have enough for when she gets older, but it's just like frustrating now because she can't utilize any of it, but like we can't get rid of it because eventually she will. I think what's the most frustrating about baby items is that you don't know what all's actually going to get used and what's not. Hi, baby. Oh, you look so cute. You look so cute. Yes, you do. Precious baby girl. You want your baba? Okay, she's been sleeping so good. I feel like with this new formula, she's been sleeping so much better. This morning we had a little bit of troubles, but we, as in me and her, listen to her snore. As much cleaning done as I can because we're still unpacking from moving in. What you thinking? Good job. You're supposed to kick it. So I've been cleaning for the past 2 days, trying to get stuff organized, you know, getting everything ready. She's just been fed, so we're gonna change her. I can show you my setup at a different point. I'm gonna stop you for a second. We're gonna shut this so the light's not in your eyes. Say hi. I know you're so cold, man. Honey. I absolutely love kimono onesies, especially the ones with mittens, but since this is a 0 to 3 months, it didn't have mittens on it. The newborn ones did, though. Mama's hurrying. Oh, I suck at putting clothes on a baby. Oh, really? Give me that foot. And yes, I do struggle this much every single time I change her. Tights are especially hard to put on her because she kicks so much. And in general, tights are hard to put on, so I struggle to get them on myself. They take forever. These are actually 3 to 6 month tights. Wow. Looks a little big on her, but that's okay. It'll keep her warmer.
Mom, what are you doing?
This is not as cute as I thought it was gonna be. Whatever. I'll keep it warm. Oh, for the last touch, my favorite part of every outfit. Woo! Pretty princess bow. Oh. You're so cute. Look at you. And yeah, she's about half my size already. You gonna be a tall baby? Let's say bye. Here's some of the get rid of stuff. There was some baby stuff in there, but not a lot. And then there's also some stuff down here. I've been going crazy with cleaning everything and organizing because I just can't deal with the chaos. Okay, so now I'm gonna pack up my breastfeeding, nursing, maternity clothes, and like the breastfeeding stuff. So. I also ended up packing up some of her newborn stuff that I'm keeping, and I still have some more to go through, so. This is going to be fairly short, so I'm probably just going to throw it into a vlog or something, but I wanted to talk about my postpartum hits and misses. So that like spray bottle, I think it's called like a Perry bottle that they give you at the hospital, was probably the #1 thing for me. Another hit is like the Depends like underwear by Always, like the pad underwear type of thing. It was just, I don't like putting pads into underwear, and like that just is built in all in one. You just easy to grab and go. And I had issues with Always pads, which would be a miss, and everyone just loved those from all the videos that I watched. But for me, the pads that I ended up liking once I reached the point of wearing just regular pads without wearing the like diaper pads was the Stay Free pads. I later on then used the Stay Free panty liners. Nursing nightgowns helped me so much when I was breastfeeding and pumping. Like, those made life so much easier. It was nice. They were also nice just to have a nightgown because I didn't feel like dealing with pants. I was dealing with all the mess down there, and it was just easier to have a nightgown to be able to just pull it up and go. I got this robe for motherhood maternity that's so comfortable, and it was so nice just to like wear that and not have to worry about clothes too, and it was easy to get on and off, especially for breastfeeding and stuff, or skin to skin or whatever, you know, just really easy. Reusable nursing pads. I liked those so much more than the not reusable ones because it felt like such a waste, and like they were just, I don't know, they were annoying to me. They made like so much more of a mess. I don't know how, but I liked just the reusable ones better. The other misses for me were the DIY padsicles. Those just were not helpful. They just made a mess, and it was gross and annoying. Like, they would help for like 5 seconds and then get all gooey and gross, and I just didn't like them. They didn't work well. And then when I ran out of the ice packs that the hospital sent me home with, they're like the cold packs, I tried using regular ice packs, tried using gel ice packs, and I tried freezing like a pad, and just nothing worked. Like, so they said to put water on the pad, like get it wet, and then put it in the freezer, but then it was just like hard ice, and I don't want to sit on hard ice, like ow. And then we had ordered some of these like gel pad things off the internet, off Amazon I think, and they were like $30, and they just were not helpful. They were specifically for down there, and they just were too cold. Like the cold packs in the hospital were not freezing. They were like a good amount of cold. And so it felt like it was just freezing everything down there, and it was just like, no. And it even had like a little cover to put over it, but it was so thin that it just didn't help at all. I put it on for like 5 seconds of relief and then have to take it off, so. I didn't really care for the Dermaplast. It helped with the itching, but it ended up burning a lot, so I just didn't like that. And I didn't have bad stitches, so maybe that's why it wasn't as helpful, but I did like the Witch Hazel pads. I wouldn't say they were a hit or a miss. I mainly used them to kind of like wipe things off down there, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to say if that was a hit or a miss because I don't know. I don't know how much they did. So my advice would be to take this spray bottle after every single time you go to the bathroom. That'll prevent itching and infection. Just like clean it all off down there with the bottle, like the spray bottle of water. And then you also can use it while you're peeing. Sometimes I'd use it before, like during and after. Like I'd refill it for the after part. This may seem wasteful, but every single time you go to the bathroom, change your pad, panty line, or whatever you're using down there, change it. Because even if it's not full, because it can prevent infections, it will help with the itchiness, it'll just keep things nice, because I would feel gross if I didn't. There was a few times I was like, oh, I need to get back to the baby, and no. I ended up having to like interrupt whatever I was doing then to go change it, because it would make it feel so gross. Especially when you are bleeding a lot more. So that's it for the postpartum hits and misses. I just wanted to throw it in there. Back to your regular scheduled program.
Birthday ready.
It's not my birthday today, but Lee works on my actual birthday, and he works seconds, so we're doing my birthday dinner early with him. We're in a Texas Roadhouse, so this will be interesting, because I'm pretty sure they do something like really embarrassing. Can't wait. My mom's choice of a restaurant. I'm nervous with the noise with Mariana, but we'll see. Do that like glitter chunk. Whatever.
Sound asleep right now.
Which makes me nervous for the restaurant.
Our baby's not feeling well. Look at how stinking cute that cloth diaper is. Look at her little belly. Say hi, Dad.
Hi.
Hi, baby. Aww, you're so cute.
She's like, I swim around Dad.